When it comes to Silent Hill these days, the conversation is dominated primarily by talk of last year's remake of Silent Hill 2 and this month's release of Silent Hill F. And that's as it should be, with a new mainline entry and a remake of the series' most iconic and revered game. But largely lost between those games is the short and free side game released early last year on PlayStation 5, Silent Hill: The Short Message. A game released as a free download for PlayStation Plus subscribers, The Short Message is a short game. It should probably take about 2 hours to complete, depending on how much trouble you have with the chase segments. But don't let its short length fool you. There is a huge amount of quality packed into this tiny terror, and the DNA of 2014's ill-fated PT is clear to see. Silent Hill: The Short Message has you play as a girl named Anita, and focuses around her search for her friend Maya. The game takes place in the fictional German town of Kettenstadt, which translates to Chain City, a very Silent Hill name indeed. Kettenstadt has had a rough go of it. It's a severely economically depressed town, and multiple revitalization efforts have ended in failure. An abandoned apartment building, known as the Villa, has only added to the game's bad luck, as it has become a hotspot for teen suicides, as numerous girls have jumped to the top of the building and leapt off. The Villa is also, however, a hotspot for graffiti artists, and as Maya, under the pseudonym CB for Cherry Blossom, is an up-and-coming graffiti artist herself, she does a lot of her work on the walls of the abandoned villa, and that's where she's asked Anita to meet her. As you explore the derelict building with only your cell phone flashlight to see, you discover that behind the decaying walls lies a treasure trove of art, but also a hidden mountain of mystery. The game's story explores, from a first-person perspective, some really heavy topics like suicide, bullying, and depression, and it's very fitting that a message precedes the game with the number for the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline and a warning not to play if you're sensitive to those topics. It was an especially heavy game for me, as not only have I dealt with bullying since childhood, and since middle school with depression and thoughts of suicide, but I'm also a teacher who works with seniors almost exclusively. Since these girls have just graduated high school, they could easily be any of my kids. And I've had kids confide in me about depression. I also had one never say a word or give any indication, and then take her own life. So this game really hit home for me, and I think it does justice to the young people who struggle with these issues, and those who lose that struggle, by giving an honest and real look behind the curtain at those mental health crises. The game is broken into 3 chapters, and these chapters have 2 main gameplay styles. The first is, very similar to PT, a search through the building for clues to the world and what's going on at a walking pace. The second is a frantic sprint through a maze of mental anguish to escape a monster before it can catch and impale you. It feels rather random at first, but by the end of the game, everything falls into place and makes sense. The ending, at least in my opinion, is pretty predictable from the beginning. But just like how you know how Halo Reach ultimately ends before you even start playing the game, the point of this game isn't the ending. It's how you get there and what you go through on your path there. And that path is harrowing for sure. Silent Hill 2: The Short Message ranks right up there with Doki Doki Literature Club among games that really screwed me up psychologically for a while after finishing. And I mean that as a huge compliment, too. When you've played as many horror games and games with dark stories as I have, it gets hard to scare or disturb you. The fact that this game managed to get past my figurative calluses and genuinely upset me is a testament to the quality of its writing and art direction. If you have a PS5 and an active PlayStation Plus subscription, you need to play this. For yourself, and for the teenagers who suffer in silence and feel like they can't confide these dark feelings in anyone. It may help you understand that struggle better. And if you're a parent or a teacher or anyone else who works with adolescents, it may help you extend a hand of compassion that saves a life. My rating for Silent Hill: The Short Message is an S.